Ahoy, shipmates! It's another warm day here in the port of Southampton. The cabin's already over 30 centigrade. I have a feeling it's going to get warmer as the week goes on. Currently, the weather in port is 27.2. A good visibility at 42 nautical miles. Humidity at 37%. It's a little bit lower this week. It's a bit more comfortable. And there's a gentle breeze of about 15 knots. In fact, there's not a gentle breeze. It's quite a good breeze.
Yes, Red Osprey, good afternoon. Just departing Royal Bay of Cows, please.
As is.
Red Osprey, Southampton, good afternoon. Permission to depart. The Spartina inbound at the light, please.
Oh, copy. Thank you.
Yes, actually, I said gentle breeze. It's actually quite a good breeze. A good breeze if you're out on a sailing boat, for instance. Which I was noticing there's a sailing boat on Cows Cam earlier. That's gone. There's one here just coming onto Ferry Cam just over there. I don't know if you can see that. In fact, we can move in Box Cam, couldn't we? Have a quick look. It's not often you see the sailing boats actually sailing past here.
Southampton BTS. Southampton BTS. Whitstar. Whitstar.
Oh, they're under power.
Which star, Southampton?
BTS Whitstar, all finished on the Whitsonia. With your permission, please, round to 3536. We're staying there until 1600 tomorrow. Already cleared with the berthing officer. Draft 5.5, 10 on board, PEC 1191.
Which star VTS copied all apart from your destination? Where are you shifting to?
Shifting outside 3536 berth.
Which star VTS will receive permission to shift? There's no other reported traffic in the Itchin.
Lovely, thank you very much.
That's the sailing boat Echo there, travelling along at 3.4 knots, all under wind power, one would assume. As I said, there is quite a good breeze out there. We just have the two departures today. P&O Ventura, she radioed in a little while ago and said that she would be ready to go at 4 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, the Crystal Serenity. I don't think I've seen a crystal ship
Ventura, VTS.
on the channel before. I think they may have been into port, but I just don't think I've seen one. Ventura's on the radio.
Ventura, VTS, good afternoon. Permission to depart 106 berth. There's no immediate traffic.
Sounds like she's ready to go. Unfortunately, I can't hear the return radio from her, really. Well, there's shipmates in the chat. Ahoy there, Laura Bacon. Ahoy there, Simon Bolton. And ahoy there, Elizabeth Leaborn. Just fancies a Mr. Whippy. Oh, don't mention that. I could. That would be very appealing at the moment. Ahoy there, Lulu. Ahoy there, Raymond Morris. And ahoy there, Mark Dewey. So the P&O Ventura, she's only off on a relatively short cruise, heading off to Amsterdam. It's a 4-night cruise to Amsterdam. Overnights in Amsterdam, though. That's quite good. Means you can wander around. Oh, there's Sue Hawks. What's the weather like on the Isle of Sheppey then, Sue Hawks? Is it starting to warm up again this week? I had a friend from London said that it was warming up and they were going to head to the coast. Yep, so there's the Ventura. She's at that end, so she'll head straight towards us, and then the Crystal Serenity is just at the end of Mayflower Park. Crystal is a very high end. I think they call themselves ultra luxury. What's that? I was going to say that's a peculiar looking vessel. I can see what it is now. I brought it up onto a slightly bigger screen. It looks like two vessels. It looks like a smaller vessel towing a rib, or the rib towing the bigger vessel. I'm not sure which way around that is. Occasionally you see the odd towing going on. Oh, I did have a fan on just a second ago while I was waiting for the live stream. I've turned the fan off. I suddenly realised how quickly it's becoming quite hot. To get some air conditioning at some point. I was just having a little nose round on that Ventura. I'm suspecting if you're on board Ventura today, you might be up at the pool deck. So that's on the top level there. Ah, not a very big pool, is it? Plenty of space for deck chairs, but the actual pool itself is quite small, isn't it?
Mayflower.
Well, there, shipmate Donna, the Lincolnshire lass. Just coming from fence painting. Ooh, that's very brave of you. I don't know what the weather's like with you, but it sounds like a very challenging task. Well, there's shipmate road safety. It's there in the Philippines, 28 degrees in the Philippines. Warm in New Milton. Yeah, definitely warm times. You know, that's the pool deck on top of Ventura. It doesn't not as big as I was anticipating. Yeah, let's believe it was ultra pricey. Yeah, I don't think I have any prices for Crystal Cruise. I went to a marketing event and one of the representatives there was Crystal. And the staff were telling me they went on a couple of day cruise and they got a discounted price of something like a couple £100 a night instead of £1,500 a night or something. Now, what else we got on here? Places to eat. It's one of the restaurants. What else we got? Places to unwind. Ah, the spa, the gym, the retreat. Oh, the retreat. Oh, that looks pretty neat, doesn't it? I could see that being popular. I don't know weather like today. That must be right at the side. I can see where that is. I think that's at the top of the ship, isn't it? Look at that. Very sort of reminds me of one of those other cruise lines that has something similar. I think it was... which line was that? Something similar had a sort of grassy on top. Oh, there, Land Rover man. The Lincolnshire lass says, hot in Lincolnshire and the paint is drying very quickly. Yeah, that would be my fear. The paint to be drying on the brush before you even finish stroking it on the wall. Well, the shipmate Josh, when I was asking when Iona's back in, Iona's back in Saturday. She's pretty much a Saturday to Saturday type of ship. There we go. I'll say there's plenty of little sailboats out. You can tell it's good weather. They're scooting along quite well. That looks like it's got a yacht club pennant on the sail on that one. Oh, well, there, Paul from Love Cruise. Solent Ships Voyages. He's in the chat today.
Good afternoon, all received. Thank you. There's no reported traffic inbound from the west.
Oh, he's got something for me in my inbox. Well, funnily enough, Paul. I'm going to turn the tables on you today, Paul. Because I've lost it. Hang on. No, look. Oh, no, I found it again. I'm going to see what Paul sent to me, but I've got something for Paul. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages. Paul was built in an unknown time ago in an unknown shipyard, but today is his birthday. The requirements for Paul are cake, unlimited, pints as required, presents mandatory, and of course, age is confidential. on this Paul cruise. There'll be presents, cake, champagne, laughter, friends, family, a couple of days at sea, the pub, more cake, and back home. One day only special on the Birthday Express.
Yes, Red Jet 7 shortly departing Town Quay for Cows.
Jet 7, Southampton VTS, all received, thank you. Just the Spartina inbound at the Castle Point.
All copy, thank you.
And sorry, the Red Jet 7 at the approaching northwest Netley.
Thank you.
Lots of yachts out there on the Solent today. It's that sort of weather. Perfect. But unfortunate thing is it's midweek. But look how calm the Solent is. Even though it's quite windy, it's actually quite calm. I tried to go out on Sunday in Captain Marty's speedboat. That's why I wasn't back in time for the live stream. And the weather was terrible. There was massive great rolling waves out there. We were absolutely soaked. Let's have a look. Anything else? It's one of the red funnels. Oh.
Alison McGregor, VTS.
Incoming haulage. Traffic noise. There's a lot of traffic noise whenever I want to use the outside microphone. Hello, Shipmate Tinny Stockman. She says we are on Ventura, stood under the sign. If you can see that close, we are waving at you, Jack. Oh, fantastic! Right, we'll look out for that. Your best bet for high speed and most vigorous waving will be just as you pass the red funnel terminal. Yeah, that was the horns from Ventura. Yeah, this is unfortunately, I think, because she's facing towards us, but the wind was from the north, and as we can see by the flags here, even though it sort of sends the sound down this way. But not ideal.
BTS, Red Eagle, Northwest Netley, in permission to carry on speed, please.
Red Eagle, BTS, yes, please. The Red Jet 7 just about to depart.
Thank you.
As you can see, the Ventura is on the move. We have a feeling we may have missed the passenger and crew numbers, though. We couldn't hear one side's radio conversation earlier.
6 BTS all received, thank you. Ventura outbound from 106.
Let's see how wobbly Netley Cam is. Sometimes it's wobbly with the wind. Oh, it's not so okay today. It's obviously northerly wind doesn't affect it too much.
Area Trader, Southampton VTS.
Noticed since I started broadcasting, I think my PC gets hotter, my computer gets hotter.
Zero Trader, Southampton ETS, good afternoon, that's all received. There's no reported outbound traffic via the West Princess.
It gets hotter when I'm broadcasting and just working harder, and it's already gone up another 0.2 degrees. And I've had to turn the fan off as well, otherwise you'd be hearing a windy noise. Shipmate, the Don of the Lincolnshire lass, would love a Mr. Whippy now. Also, she's going to take a day off from painting tomorrow and take a trip to the ice cream farm. The ice cream farm? What is this? What is this thing you talk about, this ice cream farm? I want to know where this is. The Ventura's off on a 4-day trip to Amsterdam. In fact, this one here, if you're interested to know on pricing, from £419. Overnights in Amsterdam. And you get 4 nights in total. Oh, I can just see a little bit of Ventura popping onto our screens. The balcony from 549.
Epic Borneo, Southampton ETS. Good afternoon, that's all received. Thank you. Your destination, please.
That gives you some idea on pricing there for a 4-day trip if you fancy a 4-day trip. If you've not been cruising before. I suppose the only caveat I might put on that is often you'd find lots of stag do's and hen parties on the very short cruises, so it might be unnecessarily party-like, but I don't think Ventura is really a party boat quite like that, so perhaps it's not. Don of the Lincolnshire lasses. Oh, we're talking about, right. Talking about the ice cream farm. They have their own cows and they make their own ice cream on site. It's called Daisy Made. Very good. Daisy Made. I'll see if I can have a look, see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Daisy Made. Oh, that does look like good ice cream. That's up in Skellingthorpe. Up in Lincoln. Daisy Made Farm. Free entry, free parking. They have a menu. They have more than just ice cream. All sorts of things. Oh, how about that then? I never knew there was such a thing. Well, the shipmate Matthew Babers, when did the ships leave? Well, we've got one leaving now, and the next one's at 6 o'clock. Anyway, so that's a quick 4-day cruise. If you fancy trying cruising, like I say, if I don't imagine that's full of hen parties and stag do's, but sometimes the shorter ones can be a bit more raucous than the longer 7-day ones. And to be honest, sometimes there's not that much of a price difference between the two. However, how about January next year for 14 nights? Hey, that's not bad, is it? 70, so that's 4th of January, 3 days at sea, Funchal Madeira, overnight in Madeira, Santa Cruz to Tenerife.
Southampton Beaches, West all fast, 35, 36 berth. Next movement, 1600 tomorrow, across to Portsmouth.
The Palmas Gran Canaria.
Queenstown ETS, good afternoon, all received.
Thank you very much.
Lanzarote. Day at sea, Cadiz in Spain, Lisbon, Portugal, and back to Southampton. Although with the temperatures at the moment, a sunny cruise in the winter is not really very appealing to me at the moment. Well, I fancy something a bit cooler. Oh, I'm just thinking this camera's not moving, and I've forgotten I need to move the camera. This hot weather certainly gets to the captain. Anyway, that's a winter sun cruise. Should you fancy that? Starting with £1,000 per person for an interior, £1,400 for a balcony. 14 nights, I think I'd probably stretch and go for a balcony. not too much of a price difference. And if you're down there, it'd be quite nice to wake up early in the morning and pop outside on the balcony when it's sunny or bright, potentially warm. What was another one? We've got 2 winter suns. What's this one then? This is 14 nights. Oh, October this year. Aha. I think that's very similar. Yeah, it's very similar sort of itinerary, similar destinations. Shipmate Richard says, the ahoy captain, we have an ice cream farm near. All you people with ice cream farms. Oh, I wonder if there's one in Hampshire. Do you know, I never knew there wasn't such a thing. It's called. So this is Shipmate Richard. His ice cream farm is called Our Cow Molly. So Ventura, she is one of the older ships in the P&O fleet. One of the smaller ships as well, but very popular with amongst the shipmates. I think that area that we were looking at earlier is right at the bow, right at the very top of the bow. I think that's called the... What was it called? Something sort of relaxing, wasn't it? It has one of those sort of relaxing names. There is a lot of people up on deck. I suppose with a 4 o'clock departure, it's not getting in the way of buffet time, is it? Or any of the evening's entertainments. Shipmate Thomas Dean says, yes, Captain, you'll need that air conditioning before the end of the week. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's okay when I'm not broadcasting. It's just about tolerable in my cabin. But as soon as I start broadcasting, the old PC turns into a bit of a limp hairdryer. But it's an unnecessary limp hairdryer that I don't really want any more hot air in my cabin. I'm good at generating enough of that myself. Slowly getting warmer though, so yes, I'm very tempted to AC. Although every time I've looked for to buy AC now, it seems to be delivery time of September or October or January next year. Shipmate Tina's on board. She's going to get in closer. I'll wait until we get a little bit closer, and I think she's up there right by the sign. Let's see if I can zoom in up at the top now. She's getting the right sort of place. I haven't seen any other flags on the top. Oh, I can see one waver.
All received, thank you. Just the Ventura outbound middle swinging ground.
Oh, no, I can't keep up. So that Ventura might be moving along a little bit faster than usual. Oh, that looks like some sailaway party going on. Right, let's see if we can find Shipmate Tina there, right at the top, I think. And for some reason the ship is moving faster than my camera. Come on, camera. I think she said she had a Union Jack, but I might not be able to see it. It might be very small. I can see a wave, but I think that might be Shipmate Tina there, just underneath the R in Ventura, perhaps. Or the A. Oh, I can see a flag. Oh, you can see a very small Union Jack flapping around there.
Ventura VTS all received.
Now the camera's lost focus. What I can't do is when I'm moving the camera, I can't change any of the settings. It doesn't allow me to do that. It's rather annoying in that sense. There we go. We can see the flag now. That's it. We can see it. Yeah. So our shipmate Tina, she's off to Amsterdam, overnighting in Amsterdam, 4 nights on board Ventura. I take it she's got a cabin on the other side, or perhaps she's got an interior. And in fact, if she's got an interior, she's saving herself. That's well, not an inconsiderable sum, I suppose, for 4 nights. Well done, shipmate. We see you waving. Let's see if I can get the camera working properly. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. Now we can see you. Well done, shipmate. Many thanks for waving. Bring your Union Jack along. I'll have a quick look, see if there's any other shipmates anywhere on board. Yes, it is getting warming quite rapidly. Shipmate, well, actually, no, Paul from Solent Ships Voyages rather annoyingly reminding us that it would be a good day to be on a ship. Nice and breezy, relaxing with a rum-based cocktail. Oh, yes. And then once you've had enough of that, into your cabin, whack the air conditioning up. That's probably worth paying for a cruise just to enjoy the air conditioning. Ex's Banner Apples, what's he been up to? He's been finding, closest and easiest longer down activity farm. Best pure ice cream farm, Meadow Cottage. Oh, right, so I didn't realise there was some... Didn't realise there were ice cream farms. This is an element of British society I've missed out on. Ice cream farms. Sounds like something that will be a perfect activity on the Iron Horse. Now the stern, I think, on Ventura is quite unusual. Sort of overhangs. Faces the other way.
Southampton VTS, this is RS4.
RS4, Southampton VTS.
Good afternoon, we're just making our way from berth 46 back round to Town Quay.
All received, sir, thank you.
Yeah, there's not a lot of traffic out today. I suppose it is a weekday rather than a weekend. Oh, gosh, sorry. It's a bit of sneezes there. The old sneezes this time of year. Of course, the other thing Ventura's got is this rather nifty little spot right at the very front of the ship. The hamburger, I think some people call it, don't they? Yes, so Ventura, we haven't had any passenger or crew numbers as yet. We may well have missed them because for some reason we couldn't pick up one side of the radio conversation. If I was to make a guess, she has maximum double occupancy of 3,078. And a maximum occupancy of 3,727. I would suspect she's probably somewhere around about 3,200 would be my sort of guess. That's what I'm going to guess. And a complement of 1,250 crew. She has one sister ship, the P&O Azora. Yeah, she's built in 2008. She's 18 years old. Not quite as old as my car. 289 metres long. And a gross tonnage of 116,000 gross tons, which, in my reckoning, is sort of medium-sized ship category. Shipmate Mr. Services, the stern is galleon-esque. Yes, that's it. That's a good one. But that's the sort of thing I was trying to work out what word to describe it. It did remind me of. Yes, it does. It's very much like those galleons of yesteryear, isn't it? Let me zoom out a bit so you can see. There we go. Yes, it does have a sort of galleon-esque nature, doesn't it? Looks like the old ships of your olden times. Shipmate Steve says the clamshell's great. Yeah, I went up to the clamshell on one of the Princess ships. I think it was Emerald Princess, and it was a very foul weather day here in port. It was blowing an absolute gale, and it was very windy up at the clamshell, but I had to go there just to prove the point and take a video. Shipmate Thomas Dean says, are there portholes for crew at the bottom? Good question there, shipmate. Good question. I would think so. Yes, I would imagine. We can have a quick zoom in and see what you're talking about. But I would think that some of these portholes are cabins. Some might be the common areas. I'm not sure about these ones on here. I would say there's a good chance those very small ones at the bottom are crew. In fact, I could probably work it out. What's decks above that? Is that the prom deck? Okay, the prom deck's just above. Right, let's have a look. Let's look at the deck plans. Look, I'm making the captain do some work here. Deck plan. There we go. Deck plan. Lowest deck plan I can get to is deck 4. Medical centre. Okay. Deck 5 are cabins. Deck 6. A few more cabins. Shops. Deck. Okay, so deck 7 is the promenade deck. We'll have to go backwards here. That's a little complicated way of doing it. Right, let's go back and have a look again to see if we can work out if they are. I think they are probably. So it's let's have a look. So if the promenade deck is there, it's not 1, 2, 3 down. So not deck 6, not deck 5, deck 4. Oh, they could well be passenger. Actually, they could be passenger portholes. That might be my guess. That's a good question, that. It's difficult to work out. I know I've seen a video somewhere of someone staying in a cabin very low down with a porthole, and his view just keeps disappearing behind waves. Quite entertaining. If you could be a bit unnerving if you were so inclined. Oh, well, there's shipmate Harding David from a very hot southwest France. Oh, what's the temperature in southwest France then, shipmate? I'd hate to think. I'm sure it's much hotter than it is here in port. That's the problem. See, it's Fawley Refinery over there with all its flames heating up the environment. Shipmate Bubbly Cabbage asking what double occupancy means. Good question again. When most of the cruises are based on the cabins selling on a double occupancy basis. So, for instance, this one from Spain and Portugal, if you take an interior cabin, it's £999 per person, but there's going to be 2 people, it's double occupancy, so it'll be just under £2,000. But if you wanted the cabin to yourself as a solo traveller, then there's a good chance it will be somewhere in the region of £2,000 again.
Ventura, VTS, all received, thank you. The sea in approaching Bourne Gap is for the river hand.
It might be sort of £1,800. Some cruise lines are quite good and give a good discount on that. Others seem to charge a lot. And in fact, I was talking to Fraser at Sea a while back, and he went on a cruise where he was paying more than the double occupancy fee. So if it was £2,000 double occupancy, he, just travelling by himself, paid something like £2,500, which I thought was a bit off, really. He might as well just booked it double occupancy and said someone couldn't turn up. Shipmate Dave.
BTS, Big Ron.
Hello, Big Ron.
Big Ron, Southampton, VTS.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, we're just leaving our slipway there, and we're just making our way to the Marine Park, Hive Marine Park.
Big Ron, VTS, all received, thank you.
There's Big Ron. I think we've had Big Ron on before. Sort of a barge, slip, tug thing. Work vessel. Yes, always best to find, if you can, someone to go cruising with. It certainly makes it a lot cheaper. There are some solo cabins on some ships, and on some of the newer ships are introducing more solo cabins. When I went on Norwegian Aqua earlier in the year, was it this year or was it last year? I think it was last year. Gosh, doesn't time fly? And when I went on Norwegian Aqua, they had some really small single cabins, solo cabins, sort of studios, they were calling them, studio suites. They were very small, but the advantage was you had a sort of a common area outside where you had sofas and televisions and things, and the idea was that if you basically went to your room to shower and sleep, and the common area was where you would relax if you didn't want to be out in the public areas. There was coffee machines and snacks and all sorts of things there. I thought it was quite a clever way of doing it. It felt, even though you had a very small cabin, it was really well designed. It felt quite luxurious. Oh, the shipmate Bubbly Cadbury's on the P&O fleet. What ship is the newest? Strictly on P&O, it'll be P&O Arvia. She's came out 3 years ago now, I think, 3 or 4 years. She's the newest. I don't know if maybe Paul from Solent Ships Voyages, maybe he knows if there's a new P&O ship coming, because they normally have to order it some number of years before it gets delivered, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Shipmate Bubbly Cadbury says, think of travelling on Arvia next year. Oh, well, give Paul from Solent Ships Voyages a call. I'll send him a message. I'm not sure if there's any single cabins on Arvia. I think there might be, but if you want to travel in a single cabin, which I would suggest is probably what you might want to do, it does require booking a long way in advance. And ahoy there, Wobbly Cube from who's on Iona at the moment. I wonder what the weather's like. I know you're up in the fields. Yeah, see, there's a decent amount of wind out there. Most of these sailboats are scooting along quite nicely. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages says, oh, nothing planned for P&O at the moment. Oh, there we go. Although it's part of a much larger cruise company, so there's a good chance they might be building ships elsewhere, I guess. P&O Ventura is off on this 4-day cruise to Amsterdam, starting at £419. Cold but sunny up in the fields. Paul from Solent Ship Voyages says Carnival building a new class of ship that holds 8,000 passengers. 8,000 passengers, there must be 2,000 crew on that at least. So 2,000, that's over 10,000 people on one vessel. Wobbly Cube says there was a 2-metre swell last night. There was about a 2-metre swell, and I tried to get on the Solent in Captain Marty's speedboat the other day. Made it very wet for me, I have to say. There's certainly a bright green crane down here. Down at the Empress Dock. I think it's loading. You're just about to see the top behind the ocean terminal of some super yachts.
Yes, sir. And your next port of call? HTS all received, thank you. You can call again, please, when you're underway. And can you confirm your maximum draft, please?
It's very green, isn't it?
VTS all received.
230,000 gross tonnes for the Project Ace, new ones. Just ordered 3, 2029, 2031 and 2033. Gosh. 42 for Harding David in southwest France. 42. Yeah, that's a bit unpleasant, especially if it's high humidity as well. Shipmate Bubbly Cadbury is asking, would they be showing the England game on Saturday? I imagine they probably would. Most of them seem to cover the larger sporting events. It'll be at 10 o'clock, won't it? So they'll probably have one of the areas. They've probably got one of these late night entertainment areas where they have the sort of musicians and comedians and things. They'll probably have a big screen there, I imagine. Cabin is still warming up. Exospender Motti says, the crane belongs to FWN Antarctic. Oh. Let's have a look. FWN Antarctic, yeah.
Sailaway, Southampton HS.
Interesting looking vessel. That's the one the crane belongs to. It's come from Rotterdam over to Southampton. One of those ship carrying ships.
HS traffic information, the Trika in anchorage number 1 is leaving their anchor and will be underway outbound.
On camera, there we go.
They did not confirm, sir, they did not confirm.
Yes, I think the large. Someone was asking a question about the large cruise ships. Oh, it's Shipmate Wobbly Cube. I think can they get into most? What's the point of building them if they can't get into ports? Well, I think they can get into most ports. Most ports can accept the larger cruise ships. Obviously, you are limiting the number of ports you can get into, but generally, I think they can. Shipmate Paul RF says, Solent Ships, an app on my phone called Solent Ships has popped up. Is it yours? It's not. It's not actually my app, that one. It is a ship tracking app here in the port of Southampton. It's actually made by a good friend of mine called Gavin. So, we were doing some things together, and then he's not developing it so much because the way you develop apps has sort of changed, and it's been making it really difficult for him. He has to keep buying new software to make sure the app doesn't expire. So he's maintaining it but not developing it, if that makes sense at the moment. But yeah, do download it if that's the sort of thing you want, which I can recommend. One of the features I particularly like is I can set an alarm, so when a ship that I'm interested in passes Cowshot Spit, it notifies me, and then I can get my drone ready and go do droning. There's SP, Southampton Patrol, clearing the path for Ventura. Shipmate Hardy Davis was looking forward to coming to the UK in November to go on Fred Olsen Meets the Fleet. Oh, interesting. Oh, where's the Fred Olsen Meet the Fleet then? Excellent. Paul from Solent Ships is explaining the multi-extra cabin concept. They've added extra 500 cabins. Overall running costs of the ship aren't much higher, so that's almost 100% profit. Yeah, that's true. I mean, once there's certain overheads, for instance, you only need one bridge crew, no matter the size of the vessel. So the smaller the vessel, the much bigger impact the number of people on board, the number of crew have on board. The bigger the vessel, then obviously you need more bar staff and more cleaners and more cocktail makers for your rum-based cocktails, but you only need one bridge crew. It does seem ridiculous of me to be talking about summer sun. I mean winter sun, but it is a winter sunny cruise on Ventura for January next year. I wonder if I turn my fan on, you would hear it. I'll have a go at turning my fan on. If you can't hear it, I'll leave it on. I'm not sure. It probably might blow up the microphone. I'm going to turn my fan on. If you can't hear it, fine. If you can hear it, it's irritating. That's fine as well. Just let me know and I'll turn it off. But it might make a noise on the microphone like I'm sat in my windy cabin. So next away this evening is the Crystal Serenity, and I'm pretty sure we've not seen Crystal Serenity on one of our live streams before. I'm looking forward to Crystal Serenity. During the presentation I had the other day, which I should remember all the information, I suppose, really. Something like they've got more Michelin stars at sea than anyone else. And now I've noticed all the ice has melted in my drink. Oh, is it too windy? Is it too windy now? Is it? It's like I'm in a force 5 gale. Oh, you can't hear the fan. Oh, okay. Oh, if you can't hear the fan, I'll leave that on then, because the temperature is rocketing up in here. It's now 31.
Roger, 7 BTS, all received, thank you. The Ventura Cadland clear channel.
Excellent. Shipmate Road Safety says all quiet. Tell him from me he's a kangaroo. What?
BTS Red Jet 6 Town Quay for Cows.
Roger, 6 Southampton BTS, all received, thank you.
Yes, I'll have a little look on the Crystal. Let's have a quick look now on the Crystal's website, see if they've got anything interesting in it. Sometimes the cruise ships have really interesting websites, and other times they have very little information on there. Crystal Serenity, here we go. Deck plan. Suites and guest rooms. Wow. I'll show you some pictures of that later. Wow. That does not look like does not look like a cruise ship. That looks like a very high-end hotel. I'll show you. I'll show you later before we do the next before we go live this evening for Crystal Serenity. But wow, the suites look fantastic. What about the dining? What does the dining look like? Yeah, that looks all right. Public spaces. I've got a university at sea on board. Wow. Entertainment. We do have a bit of entertainment on board. A little theatre. They even have an area for children. My word. You'd have to be very wealthy indeed to take your children on a Crystal cruise. So that's a winter sun, if you fancy it, or there's also a very similar cruise at the beginning of October for 14 nights. No, don't keep us waiting. Okay. Let's see if I can bring this up in the see if I can bring this up in a sensible way so you can all see. Well, I think we start with a penthouse suite, shouldn't we? Because that seems the most sensible place to start. Right, I'm just never. Oh yeah, look at this. All right, so we've departing later at 8 o'clock. No, departing later at 6 o'clock is the Crystal Serenity, which is a very high-end cruise ship. So I'm just having a quick look on their website so I can show you what it's like on board. Now, Crystal describe themselves as a ultra luxury cruise ships. This is the penthouse suite, and it looks rather smashing, I think. It looks like you've got your own lounge area here. Where you can sit and watch promotional videos. What's through here? Butler's pantry. Wow, butler's pantry with what, coffee machines and bottle of wine. I have a feeling this is probably not in my budget. This is what I'm suspecting. This, I don't even know what this room is. It's just sort of a waiting area. Entrance. This is the bedroom. Bet this has got air conditioning. Another big.
all received. Thank you. Please listen on this channel at all times. We do have the Salmon inbound from the southwest, heading towards the west accessible.
Walk-in closet. Now, last time I went on a cruise, this was about the size of my cabin. And this is the entire walk-in closet. Couple of complimentary bathrobes, I would hope. Umbrella, nice touch. Now this is the bathroom. The size of that shower. Even a bathtub. Looks like a bubbly bath as well. One of those ones that makes bubbles without the use of baked beans. Oh, no, that is quite the shower, isn't it? Is it two sinks? Two sinks. His and hers sinks. Very impressive. What's around here? Oh, this is the this is the bedroom. There was something here. Oh, the dining. You've got your own dining room. Of course. Of course, you've got your own dining room. Yes. Wow, that is very impressive. Yes, clearly out of the captain's budget, I'm suspecting. It's multiple thousands per cruise. I seem to remember when Paul and I were talking about it.
BTS, Red Falcon, hooking.
Red Falcon BTS also.
Yeah, that was quite exciting.
Is there a trader for that BTS all this?
It's very, very impressive. I think I need a few more subscribers if I'm going to be booking cruises on that ship.
Epic, Borneo.
And in case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting you live and direct from the port of Southampton today. As we follow Ventura out on this 4-day cruise to Amsterdam with an overnight stay in Amsterdam. And the cruise terminal in Amsterdam is right in the city centre, so ideal if you want to go walking around the town. And if it's an overnight cruise, you don't have to worry about rushing back onto your ship. Looks like shipmate Nicholas has been doing some research. Nicholas Stokes says the Fred Olsen meet and greet the fleet Monday, December the 1st, 2026 at Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, where passengers and crew can visit each ship. If I remember with Fred Olsen, they have 3 ships. Was it Balmoral, Borealis, and... Do they have 3 ships? I feel like they've got 3 ships. Oh, it seems our image has stopped on the screen. Oh, no, it's moving again now. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages. Looks like he's been doing some research as well. Apparently, I'll be glad to know there is some space on Crystal Serenity in 2028 Grand Journey from £30,000 per person. 60 days, though. Oh, well, actually, now you've told me that's 60 days. That's made all the difference. £30,000. I'm guessing that's per person, so £60,000. I noticed with some of these high-end cruise lines, you get lots of things are included. Well, shipmate Thomas D says, Captain, are you back tomorrow? Oh, Bolet. That's it. Bolet's the other one. I'd forgotten. We haven't seen Bolet for a long time. Am I back in tomorrow? I'm not sure. Let me check. I don't think so. No ships tomorrow. Thursday, we have 3 ships on Thursday, unusually. 2 at 4 o'clock, the Majestic Princess and Norwegian Sky. Then 1 at 5 o'clock, the Fred Olsen Borealis. Yeah, so 3 ships on Thursday, nothing on Wednesday, nothing on Friday, unusually. And then Saturday, we've got 5 ships on Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm not here. I'm actually at the cricket match. Annoyingly, it's also 1 cruise ship from Portsmouth as well. So, effectively, it's 6 cruise ships. So I've been invited to the cricket in the Hampshire Rose Bowl. England versus India T20. So I won't be around on Saturday. However, I suspect some of our good spanners will be here to drive the cameras and point them in the right directions at the ships. Shipmate Harding Davis says Fred Olsen meet the fleet 1st December has La Palma, Gran Canaria, and I'm on Borealis. That'd be quite interesting. I've not heard of that before. Looks like we've got, is that a little foiling yacht? Or is it just a little yacht? Can't tell. Oh no, I think it's a foiling yacht. Oh yeah, it is. There he goes. He started to fall now. He's coming out of the water. Yeah, you need quite tricky conditions for that. You need it to be smooth enough that you can get out on the water and windy enough, but without being too rough. What's that there in the distance then? Looks like a very large powerboat. Let me investigate. No, don't know what that was. Looks very large. See it going the other side. Looks like a very large powerboat. Might be going up the Hamble.
Southampton VTS, ready, goes for departing, Royal Pier East Coast. Southampton VTS ready, goes for departing Royal BFE Scouts.
Ready with Southampton VTS, or received you have permission to depart. Traffic information Ventura, clear channel, just passing Essex.
That's all, Copster, thank you.
Well, the shipmate, Bubbly Cadbury says, I'm okay. I'm on board Ventura Saturday. Would you be able to see my flag waving? Yes. If you don't have a cabin with a balcony that we're likely to see, I suggest you head on up to the top of the ship where the name plate is and linger around there. That's our sort of one of our top location spots.
Ventura VTS.
And if you do pop a little message in the chat.
Ventura VTS received traffic information. The exhaust boarding a pile now at Echo Inbound. So shorties on the VTS.
Excess spanner carrier says, yeah, need a fleet of spanners for Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be quite tricky for you. It's going to be busy on Saturday. I think on Saturday they're all actually leaving on top of each other.
VTS, that's all received. Thank you. Traffic information Ventura, passing the Quay clear channel outbound by the main channel.
Yes, it's 4 at 4 o'clock and 1 at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Oh, no, sorry, 3 at 4 o'clock, 1 at 5 o'clock, and 1 not announced. So, yes, it's going to be very compact and busy on Saturday. I might see if I can drop in. Depends what the coverage is like.
Red Jet
From
7, approaching northwest Netley. Permission to carry on at speed caution, please.
I'll see what the coverage is like from the stadium. It's better having the fan on, but it's still gradually increasing temperature here in my cabin. Shipmate Bubbly Cadbury said, be waving a Hertfordshire flag and a St Albans flag. Gosh, Hertfordshire and St Albans. I'm not sure if we've had those. We'll definitely like to see those. Oh, boy, there, Hans Olof Mork. He's from Bergen in Norway. There's that large powerboat coming up. Still can't quite work out what vessel that is. No. Oh, I see. One of my friends is out. Shipmate Matt, he's out and about.
At 6 BTS. At 6 BTS, traffic information, the ramp jungle to the front of Cow's entrance. They have swimmers in the water. Can you give them a white back, please?
Security, all ships, correction, all stations. Southampton VTS, information. Swimmers are in the water in the vicinity of Cowell's entrance. Support vessel, all sign is from jungle. Mike Victor, Lima Alpha 4. All vessels are advised to remain well clear of this vessel. I repeat, information. Swimmers are in the vicinity of Cowell's entrance. Support vessel call sign is Rum Jungle. Mike Victor Lima Alpha 4. All vessels are advised to keep well clear. This is AI correction. This is Southampton VTS out.
Was talk on there about, I think there's a yacht race going on. Quite here on the radio, wasn't very clear, but Rum Jungle is the support vessel. That's quite a big beast, isn't it? Definitely something out of a Bond film.
Southampton Pilot from Crysta, Serenity. Good afternoon.
Ventura giving us quite the lean as she turns to starboard around cowshot.
Southampton Pilot from Crysta, Serenity. Good afternoon.
Crysta Serenity, this is Southampton VTS. For pilots, go to channel 09.
Okay, 09, thank you.
Yes, it's bizarre. I can hear Crystal Serenity, but I couldn't hear Ventura. I never quite understand the radio. It's very odd sometimes. Well, the shipmate Harding Davis has booked 3 cruises. 2 on MSC and 1 on Cunard for next year, all from Southampton. Well, you know the drill, shipmates. Give us a wave or fly a flag, or if you do live in southwest France, you'll have to fly a flag of your, I forget what they call them now, not prefectures, what do they call them? The areas. The French call them a certain thing, don't they? The area of sub areas. The captain's forgotten. Hotter it gets, the slower my brain works. Yeah, it's a bit of a lean today, not too much. Water's looking pretty decent, though. I'm hoping it is going to be good, because tomorrow I intended to take Captain Marty's speedboat around the Isle of Wight. So, yeah, keep an eye on the water. It is looking pretty good. Much quieter than the weekend. For some reason, the weekend, it was really choppy. It was a really big swell. There was a good sort of 1 metre to 2 metres swell, which was very uncomfortable in the small speedboat. There's that big speedboat. We said, oh yeah, there's a big boat.
Southampton VTS from Crysta, Serenity. Good morning.
Crysta Serenity, Southampton VTS. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon from Crysta, Serenity. So our departing time will be 6:30, 1830. Just to inform you.
Oh, 1830. I see.
Crysta Serenity, Southampton VTS. That's all received.
Didn't copy, sorry, come again.
Crysta Serenity, VTS, stand by.
Stand by.
Oh, departments, that's it. Oh, I was thinking of cantons and prefectures. I was in the wrong. My brain was in the wrong country. Departments. That's it. Yeah. So maybe shipmates at Harding David can fly his department flag. Southwest France, wherever he is, might be Bordeaux or somewhere exciting. My guess is that this large powerboat that's coming up Southampton Water is going to be loaded onto that ship we saw earlier with the green cranes. What was it? N something like that. Antarctic. FWN Antarctic. I suspect that's where that's going. I shall keep an eye on it.
Crysta, Southampton with you.
Here, Crystal Serenity, go ahead.
Information scheduled departure time for bus 0.
Our actual is 1830.
There we go. We can see that powerboat, and then the
Crystal Serenity, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Please contact pilot on channel 09.
Copy that. We're gonna contact pilot on 09 channel. Thank you.
shipmate Harding David has a flag as well. Excellent. Don't tell us what it is. I'm hoping it's going to be a department flag from France. Fantastic. Cows Week is soon. That's right. Cows Week is soon. Fireworks. And what else we get on Cows Week? Fireworks. Oh, I think the red arrows are flying past. Might have to take the tipsy tender out there to go and watch all that. If I can't persuade Captain Marcy to take his gin palace out. Yes, that is. Looks to me that looks like a princess. I think princess. I think that's what that is. He's certainly not hanging about. He must be doing sort of 22 knots or so. Oh, nice little sailboat at the bottom of the screen there. So it sounds like the Crystal Serenity is now going to be at 6:30. For some reason I couldn't hear what VTS was saying. Oh, there's the Rum Jungle. That's the support vessel there.
I have Cal BTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the Ventura approaching West Bramble, outbound, Cleartown. Samalo, Southampton BTS. Samalo, Southampton BTS received traffic information Ventura outbound in the central Solent.
There it is. getting quite close now. I can always track it at the right speed. Oh, that going past the Red Funnel ferry. So it gives you some idea of size.
Falcons approaching the Hive line inbound. Permission to carry on, please.
Red Falcon, BTS. Yep, proceed with.
Thank you very much.
Almost got the speeds right. Well, the shipmates, Stephen Roberts has always got tickets for the September shuttle. Excellent, yes. 5th of September, the captain has got permission to live stream from Shield Hall.
Epic Borneo, Southampton BTS.
So I'm going to give that a go. We've got 4 cruise ships on that day, so I should be live streaming from Shield Hall, where all the hoops and whoops and dings and dongs come from.
Epic Borneo, Southampton BTS. Good afternoon, sir. Traffic information. A large cruise vessel, the Ventura, is outbound in the central Solent and will require the main channel to proceed outbound. Advise, reduce your speed and do not pass the nav tower until 1830. I repeat, reduce your speed and do not pass the nav tower until 1830.
And shipmates, Harding David is bringing his department flag from France. Oh, brilliant. Oh, we've had a Puerto Rico flag the other day. I don't think we've had any French department flags. It's getting really, really difficult for the captain now to identify these flags, but at least I know it's a French department flag, so that gives me somewhere to look, doesn't it? Oh, it's a noisy radio today. Right, that powerboat is coming up Southampton water still. Like I said, I think that's going to be loaded up onto that green ship. I reckon that's where that's going. Yeah, so if you fancy joining some shipmates and I on the Shield Hall Saturday the 5th of September, we'll be live streaming on board. 4 cruise ships departing. There'll be hopefully lots of hoops and honks from Shield Hall. I'll be talking to people on board, of course.
BTS, Red Jet 7, shortly departing Town Quay for Cows. Request traffic and clearance to depart, please. BTS, Red Jet 7, shortly departing Town Quay for Cows.
Red Jet 7 BTS received. You have permission to depart. Traffic information, just the ferry for you.
I'll receive, thank you.
Yeah, a few people out on their balconies enjoying the lovely view of Cowes on this wonderful sunny day in the port of Southampton. Currently, weather is 28.2. It's got warmer, hasn't it, since we've been broadcasting? Certainly warmer in my cabin. It's now 31.2 in my cabin. And the wind's died down a little. Visibility still 45 nautical miles and humidity only 35%. So it's not too bad there, is it? My cup is almost empty, so this will be probably ideal time for me to pop down to the galley. The next departure is the Crystal Serenity, but not due away until 18:30. Ideal time to refresh my drink, add some ice. Much needed ice. That's the hamburger at the very front there. I'm led to believe that anyone can get right to the front of the ship there. I think it's brilliant. I think it's very disappointing when you can't get to the very front of the ship. I also noticed that some of the...
Southampton VTS, this is Sunseeker 100, Sunseeker 100, over.
Ah, that answers my question then. It's not a princess, it's a Sunseeker.
100, Southampton VTS.
We're just coming up to your VTS. We'd like to go to Ocean Village, over.
Oh, Ocean Village. Oh, I thought you were going the other way.
Sunseeker 100, Southampton VTS. Question, so what is your current location?
Yeah, approaching Dockhead. That's where they are, by the Western Shelf buoy. Sometimes they go into Ocean Village and wait, or Shamrock Quay, and they wait.
Roger 6, Southampton VTS, received information Ventura at Prince Consort outbound.
And they wait the night until they've got a time to get onto the ship carrying ship. It's obviously because it takes a little while, because they've got to get divers and they've got the right order of which the ships get loaded, so they don't necessarily get on there instantly.
Southampton VTS, Sunseeker 100, we are at Western Shelf Buoy, over.
Ah, I told you, that's where they were. There he is. There's Sunseeker 100. Sunseeker 100 means it's a brand new boat, so it's a Sunseeker manufacturer.
Sunseeker 100, Southampton VTS, will receive, thank you.
And they just refer to it by the length of the vessel or the model, so it's a 100-foot Sunseeker vessel. I would imagine that's going to set you back a few £1,000,000. Oh, come on, camera. Why? It's the poor quality of the internet down at Itchin Sailing Club, Southampton Sailing Club. We're waiting for one of those companies to come in and upgrade us, but they all say they're coming soon. Considering how fast it was going along, I think I might have taken those fenders in, unless they've only just popped them out, of course. But they were. That's that Sunseeker that we saw blasting along. Some of these newer ships, I wouldn't necessarily say are the most attractive. They're all about optimizing the internal space on the vessel. It does lead to some, a bit like RVs on the sea, don't they? Well, shipmates, I shall head down to the galley, refresh my drink, and then I shall return at 6:30 for the departure of Crystal Serenity. And we're not getting a very good pitch here, are we? Let's just leave that alone. Shipmate Thomas D says, need an ice cream. Yeah, I'm just going to get some more ice from downstairs. From the galley. Get some ice from the galley, and then I shall vacate my cabin for a while. Hopefully it might cool down a bit. Not totally optimistic about that. And I shall return at 18:30. No, that's not 18:30, is it? I have to edit that. Let's just edit that quickly to put the right time up. 18:30, that's when Crystal Serenity will depart. I might come back a little bit before then and we can have a look at those interesting pictures. So I hope you enjoyed that, shipmates. I shall be returning at 18:30.
BTS Red Eagle, hook boy out.
Red Eagle VTS, what out? Thank you. Traffic information is showed North Sturbridge bound.
That's received. Thank you.
Red Osprey VTS, that's all received.
VTS for Jet 6, Northwest Net Lead, permission to carry on at speed, please.
Red 6, yes, yes, you may proceed with caution.
Okay, thank you.
Southampton VTS. Southampton VTS, that's all. Thank you. No traffic, thank you. We're champion Southampton VTS. We're champion Southampton VTS. We'll receive traffic information Ventura approaching the North Star Bridge outbound.
BTS, Martina.
Spartino,
Yeah, good evening. We're 22 berth to 35 berth.
Spartino VTS, all received, clear.
Thank you.
So I told you, ATS, all received, thank you, just the ferry traffic for you.
VTS, that's McGregor, good evening.
Good evening.
It's Ali Macbeth, Station City Park 5. 2-hour trip. We intend to do the docks, then a run down to Hound, back up to Ocean Village, and then back to home. Out for 2 hours, 15 POB, draft 1.2, and we're listening out on 12 all the time.
Grover Southampton BTS, that's all received, thank you. Ventura, Southampton BTS. Ventura BTS, good afternoon, that's all received, thank you. The Serenity innovation is about 10 miles east-south-east of the nav tower, heading over to the west, but they have not called in yet. And we've got the Epic Borneo sitting south-east of the outer navs. They're not boarding until 1900 at 6 months. Red on the BTS, all received, thank you. Serenity innovation BTS. Good evening, that's all received, thank you. The Epic Borneo is drifting southeast of the outer boys, and one cruise ship outbound to the ports, they'll pass east of the nav tower, the Ventura. Jet 7 Southampton ETS, all received, thank you. The Ed Zard shorter west ride middle inbound. Jet 7 BTS, the tower short side gauge is 4.5. Going east of the bank, all received, thank you.
BTS, Red Falcon, shortly departing Royal Pier for Cows.
Red Falcon, Southampton BTS, all received, thank you. PC inbound, the Edzard shorter, the starboard side 2, SO number 3.
Copy that, thank you.
VTS Red Jet 6, Town Quay to Cows, please.
Red Jet 6, Southampton BTS, permission to depart. The Edzard shorter, Prince Consort inbound.
That's received, sir. Thank you.
Vigilant BTS, standby, please stand. Vigilant, Southampton BTS. Vigilant BTS, all received, thank you. Warship had to stop, Southampton BTS. All received, thank you. Are you outbound to the east, outbound to the nab, is that correct? Warship had to stop, Southampton BTS. Question, are you heading outbound to the east, to the nab south? All received, thank you. Which champion, Southampton BTS? Yes, that cow shot 4.57.
VTS, Red Jet 7 approaching northwest Netley, permission to carry on with speed, please.
Red Jet 7 BTS, yes please.
Thank you.
VTS, Spartino.
Spartino VTS.
Yeah, hello Chris, that's all done on 35 berth. We're back for the Empress.
Obviously, Connor, thank you.
Southampton VTS, Red Osprey, good evening. Northwest Netley, permission to continue, please.
Red Osprey VTS, good evening, yes please.
Yeah, you.
Ventura, VCS. All received, thank you, negative. The Epic Borneo, southeast of the Outer Now buoys, will be heading inbound shortly. Their pilot is 1900 at St. Helens. Vigilant, Southampton VCS. All received, ma'am, thank you. Warship Catastrophe, Southampton, cheers. Obviously, thank you. Are you over the new grounds or are you east or west of the NAB Tower? All received, thank you. There will be one vessel inbound shortly to take a pilot at St Helens, the Epic Borneo.
BTS Red Jet 7 shortly departing Town Quay for Cows.
Jet 7 BTS, all received, thank you. The Edzard shorter at the reach is the starboard side 2 on SO3. Hillhead inbound for the docks is the Wit Champion.
That's all copied, thank you.
Epic Borneo, Southampton, cheers.
Yes, so with your draft, you do not need the deep water channel. You do not need the deep water channel. Thank you, sir. We also have one warship outbound, the warship Catastock. They will be outbound passing over the Newgrounds. Ready, your VTS all received, thank you. The heads are shorter at the reach. Will be turning to the starboard side to SO number 3.
Ahoy, shipmates! Back again, and the cabin's still pretty warm. We are currently watching the Wit Star or Wit Champion. The captain wasn't paying attention. Wit Champion bunkering vessel. She's on her way. She would have fallen, is she? Not sure. Unclear where she's from. Might be going to Empress Dock. Might be going to do some bunkering somewhere. Might be going to Fawley to top up. There's a number of Wit vessels in the area. Wit Champion, Wit Star, and so on and so forth.
Jet 6 BTS all received, thank you. The heads are shorter at the hook, starboard side to SO3, followed by the Wit Champion. Wit Champion's inbound for the Empress.
But Ventura has already departed. The Crystal Serenity is next. There's the Crystal Serenity. Ooh, sorry, the Ventura all the way over there.
All received, thank you. Correction. Port side, alongside, thank you.
So she's due away at 6:30. A little delayed for some reason. Wonder if we can see.
Epic Borneo, Southampton HTS.
Epic Borneo is a tanker, LNG tanker. She's down in the NAB anchorage.
Yes, sir, that's safe to do so, thank you.
Sounds like she's going to take the North Channel.
Southampton VTS, Mercurius, leaving 44 now, around for 31, even.
Mercurius VTS, all received, thank you.
In fact, a quick view there. This is the sort of NAB anchorage, so Epic Borneo should be over there somewhere. I think she might be that reddish one we saw just to the left.
Good evening, that's all received. And are you in for St Helens Road, Anchorage? All received, thank you. Traffic information, one dredger outbound, the AI Avocet will be dredging southeast of the Nab Tower.
Cameras are doing some odd things at the moment.
VTS, Crystal Serenity.
Ah, the Crystal Serenity's on the radio. Hello, Crystal.
Crystal Serenity, Solent VTS.
Yeah, Rog. Well, we're all ready to rock and roll here. Air bridge is in. We're just dropping the extra lines. Ready to go to Zeebrugge, 7.5, and I've got some numbers for you.
Oh, I bet you've got about 650 on board.
Crystal Serenity VTS, so yeah, permission to depart 101 and no immediate traffic and yeah, ready for the figures.
Right, guest 714, crew 527. You can add that up yourself.
I can try. Yep, that's all received, thank you.
Oh, there's a few more than I was anticipating. So that's 714 passengers on the Crystal Serenity. And she has a maximum passenger capacity of 740. And I think he says 527 crew. Well, I'm not quite sure. It was a bit rushed. I think that's, if it is, that's it was 100 under crew. Basically, she aims for more or less one-to-one crew to passenger ratio. Crystal Serenity, it's a relatively old vessel, built in 2003. She's at 68,000 gross tons, so I think that puts her into the small ship category. She was last refurbished this year. She's 250 meters long, 32 meters wide. I don't know if she was... I don't think she was under any other cruise company before then. I think she looks like she might have just gone straight to Crystal. Unclear. Information unclear. Oh, Paul sent some pricing over. I was just looking at... So she's off on a... Depending on which one you go on, she's off on a 3-day cruise. To a 4-day one-way trip to Hamburg, calling in at Zeebrugge in Belgium and Rotterdam in Holland, arriving in Hamburg. Looks like prices start from about £3,000 per person for 4 nights. Yay. Anyway, Paul sent some adverts over, so let's have a look what's he sent over.
VTS, the nearest highway.
Nearest highway for them to meet you.
Yeah, good evening. Just closing the door on 31 berth. Just got a draft of 9.4 out for Bremerhaven with 27 plus 2 on board.
Nearest highway for them to meet you. Good evening, that's all received, thank you. We do have the Crystal Serenity due away imminently from 101 berth outbound. If you can call again just prior to departure for traffic clearance.
Yeah, will do. Thank you.
I hear horns. Incoming horns. Well, there we go. That's a bit of a honk there from Crystal Serenity. She's now on the move. I was looking on the website. Yeah, fantastic ship. I'm going to show you a few little bits here. Just ignore these adverts for the moment. I'm sure they're hilariously expensive compared to some of the other vessels we get. So this is their beef bar. So they have something called the beef bar on board, which sort of looks interesting. Apparently, the only beef bar at sea, so they say. I don't quite understand how that works. But anyway, I was looking through the lunch menu, and I thought to myself, hang on, this is supposed to be a gourmet ship, and it's got KFC. I thought, what do you mean it's got KFC on board? And I looked a little more closely, and it's Kobe beef tallow fried chicken. Not quite the KFC that we were expecting there. I don't think that comes in a bucket with 2 litres of Coca-Cola. Some comfort food, perhaps. Meat and sausage steak, fries, a baguette, a tom yum wok. Dinner menu. Have a quick look at the dinner menu. Glazed salmon, New York City strip loin, leaf bar. No, don't worry about that. Yeah, quite a lot of options there, and I noticed that they have something like how many restaurants there? Quite a lot of restaurants. I was amazed. Surprised how many restaurants they have on board. Anyway, there she is, Crystal Serenity, coming off screens. If you fancy a cruise on Crystal Serenity, I think you'll be in for a jolly good time. This is a sample cruise for June of 28. That's 19 nights on board from Southampton to Reykjavik, and that calls in starting off at Portsmouth, and it calls in at Zeebrugge, Queen's Ferry in Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Norwich, Nordford, Bodo, Leknes, and Honningsvåg, Hammerfast, and Tromsø in Norway, Sugefjord and Hornford and Bridgeford, and then Reykjavik overnight. Now you've got 2 options to choose from: an ocean view for smidge under £10,000, or we were looking at the penthouse suite earlier. That's the one with the sort of lounge area and the rather large bathroom and a walk-in closet. That's £36,000 and £20 per person. No, that's not cheap, is it? Lerwick. There's the typo there. Apparently not Nerwick. I did wonder. Wondered if Nerwick was a very small Norwegian port that you could fit into that other ships can't. Anyway, it gives you an idea of pricing on the Crystal. I believe Crystal describes themselves as ultra luxury. That's their tagline. Let me quick check on their website. It did say so. I've been on their presentation. They mentioned something like that. Fortunately, the computer's going really slow. I don't think it likes the heat like I do. I don't like the heat either. Yeah, let's have a look.
Champion BTS will receive, thank you, the Crystal Serenity outbound from 101 berth, and just ahead of you, the outside shorter will now be straight in to number 3.
Yeah, I can't see it on their website, but I'm pretty sure they describe themselves as ultra luxury. Yeah, fair enough. They got more Michelin stars at sea than anyone else.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark, who's that? How about this one?
Going, thanks buddy.
This is another one from Portsmouth for August of 28. Portsmouth, Zeebrugge, it's 10 nights. Newcastle upon Tyne, Queen's Ferry, a day at sea, Kristiansand in Oslo, Gothenburg in Sweden, Copenhagen in Denmark. And that is from 5,370 for an ocean view. Penthouse is from 19,860 per person. I believe when you book on these Crystal, you get quite a lot included. I think you have Wi-Fi on board included. basic drinks packages. All the specialty restaurants are included. I know there are some extras, but not many. I think that's the idea of these ships. There you go, dinky little ship. Paul from Solent Ships Voyages, did I do a Ron Burgundy? I'm not sure I know what a Ron Burgundy is. He thinks that Crystal don't describe themselves as anything. I might be getting confused with one and the other one. I'll describe them as ultra luxury then. I'll put it that way. Get the captain's seal of approval. What's this one here? This is Portsmouth to Copenhagen. A lot of going from Portsmouth. I wonder why they favour Portsmouth. Zeebrugge, Egen in Holland overnight. Newcastle, very peculiar itinerary. New Haven, Edinburgh, Kirkwall, the Orkney Isles, Oslo. He's bouncing all over the place. Seal, Copenhagen overnight in Denmark. That's 11 nights on board. From £4,000, £4,700 per person. Not bad. Not bad. 6,800 for a veranda. I suppose if you're retiring, you might be wanting to treat yourself. I can't imagine we're going to get any flags, because it is right during sort of cocktail hour on board. But you'll get a very decent rum-based cocktail on the Crystal Serenity. Oh, look, we've got some blurb here. This is what I was looking for. Thank you, Paul. Spacious, elegant suite, butler service, all gourmet dining included, in multiple opening seats. Yep. Premium wine, champagne, spirits, and specialty coffees. Unlimited Wi-Fi, gratuities, pork charges, and tax included. 24-hour in-suite dining. Yes, all of that's included. I thought so. There's a lot included. So that, when you factor that in, it makes the prices less painful. But I'm still putting them in the bamboo splinters under the fingernail type category. Enrichment programs on board, expert-led lectures, world-class entertainment, state-of-the-art fitness and wellness centres. Contemporary in-suite minibar replenished daily. Priority embarkation and disembarkation. All-inclusive luxury, that's what they call it. Exceptional at sea. Complimentary shuttle service in selected ports. There you go. Excess Carriers doesn't think that's the reason we won't get a flag. Well, I'm just making excuses for them. I can't see anybody up on deck. I mean, at least you honked a horn. Oh, no. No. Let me reframe. I can see a couple of people. There was a couple of people up on deck. Go on, give us a wave. Give us a wave, you lovely Crystal Atlas. No, not Atlas. Crystal Serenity people. Well, the Shipmate book. Oh, he's late on deck. He's been assisting his stepmother with my father who did surgery. Well, I hope all went well. Paul from Love Crew. Ron Burgundy was news anchor that read anything that was put on the teleprompter. Played by Will Farrell. Okay, right. Okay. Yes, I will read anything. Just in case I'm not right. Could well be a Nerwick somewhere. What's going on here?
Mercurius, Alison McGregor, good evening.
Alison McGregor, Mercurius.
Evening, sir. Can we go green to green?
Yes, sir. Green to green will be fine.
Fantastic, thank you.
So I'm just looking through her various itineraries. She's all over the place.
BTS, Red Jet 6, high line in, continuous speed, please.
Red Jet 6 BTS, yes please, the Crystal Serenity, middle swinging ground, outbound.
Copy, thank you.
So she's all over the place. She's in Northern Europe at the moment, and then she's over to Copenhagen for little few stops, then back to Liverpool, and then back to Holland, and Lisbon for a couple of days. Barcelona in August, Monte Carlo, August 24th. Then she's down in Rome for a couple of days, Venice, then over to Athens for the beginning of September, Malta for 1 day, Lisbon at the end of October. Then it looks like she heads across to Fort Lauderdale in the USA. She'll be in Fort Lauderdale for most of November. Then she heads down to San Juan in Puerto Rico, then Cartagena in Colombia. And then she goes all the way around to San Diego to see our shipmate Randy Barnes. He's in San Diego.
Epic Borneo, Serenity, cheers.
If you wanted a 139-day cruise from San Diego to Vancouver, I mean, that's a long day. Oh, I see where it's going. Yeah, okay, it's going the long way from San Diego to Vancouver. That's about £60,000 per person starting from price, which actually doesn't seem so bad, does it really, for 139 days? You definitely better value for money the longer you stay on board. I'm guessing you just can't eat as much food or drink all the fine wines. Well, the shipmate Shepherd said, did he miss Good Hornish Ventura? No, it was a little bit in the distance. We did hear something, and it wasn't good, but we did hear something. Got a very good few honks out of Crystal Serenity. Anyway, so San Diego is January next year. And then where else is she? Well, it's just heading all round to Pepiti in Tahiti, and then round to New Zealand. This is like a round-the-world cruise starting in January. Then New Zealand, then Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, and eventually over to Vancouver. And then she's in Vancouver, looks like for the next, in 2027, for quite a while during the summer. And she heads back down to Vancouver, around to New York. Just all over the place. Wonderful, wonderful itineraries. Can't see any flags and no waving as of yet. Just half a dozen shipmates there up on the top deck. Oh, there's a few more right at the very front. I hadn't spotted that. Let me zoom in up there. Perhaps they'll give us a wave. What do we think? I know we're thinking no, aren't we? Oh, there is a few there. Look how small she is. She's going behind one of the red funnel ferries. Look how stinky she is, right behind. Barely see her. Yeah, it's a whole variety of interesting destinations they go to. And they have 3 ships, the Crystal Serenity, the Crystal Symphony, and the Crystal Grace. The Crystal Grace is a new ship, due to join the fleet soon. So Crystal Serenity, for instance, she has 10 restaurants on board, which, considering there's only 700 passengers, that's really impressive. Some of the very large cruise ships don't have as many as 10 restaurants on board. Crystal Symphony, slightly smaller. So Crystal Serenity, which we're looking at now. Oh, the stern of her looks a bit like Arcadia, doesn't it? She has capacity for 740 guests and 10 restaurants. The Crystal Symphony, slightly smaller. She has 606 capacities for guests and only 9 restaurants. And Crystal Grace will be 650 capacity. She's due to start sailing in 2028. She's currently being constructed. No more information on her. So according to... this is according to somebody. Travel Leisure. The World's Best Awards for 2025. Crystal has been crowned top in the mid-size ship ocean cruise line by readers of Travel Leisure and the prestigious travel magazine World's Best Awards. So there we go. So mid-size. I suppose mid-size. Yeah, I suppose 63,000 gross tons. It might be on the low side of mid-size, but I suppose it's not small, is it? Shipmate Rulexa says they should have one called Crystal Maze. So it's a maze to get around a cruise ship. That's true. Yeah, it is a maze to get around a cruise ship. Some more than others. I don't remember which ship it is. I think it's the Queen Mary 2. You have to, at one point you have to go down then back up again. I think Iona has something similar like that as well. Shipmate Nicholas Stokes says the fares seem to be cheaper from the USA, which is irritating. It would be interesting to see American prices for Crystal Serenity cruises. Well, yeah. They don't. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't think it's as easy. The prices seem to go up and down all the time. I think you just should be comfortably in the knowledge that they are quite expensive. But like I say, you do get everything included, so maybe that's the difference. And they go to some interesting locations. Right, shipmates, knocking on 32 degrees in my cabin here. I'm afraid the captain is running out of puff very quickly here. I'm glad you joined me on this live stream this evening. I shall return on Thursday for something or other. What is it on Thursday? Rain has come to a stop. Thursday. Oh yes, 3 ships on Thursday. That's right. Nothing on Wednesday. Thursday we have 3 ships. We have at 4 o'clock the Majestic Princess and Norwegian Sky. And then at 5 o'clock, Fred Olsen Borealis. That's on Thursday. Nothing on Friday. Saturday I'm away at the cricket. So cameras will be rolling. Just the captain won't be here. So I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. I noticed the other day that less than 50% of you that watch aren't subscribed. And if you have subscribed, many thanks. And if you are a PayPal donor, a Patreon, a member of the town, many thanks for your continued support. Of course, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew for looking not only after this chat, but all the other chats, and driving the cameras when the captain's not here, which is probably happening on Saturday because it's a 5-ship Saturday, or 6 if you include the one from Portsmouth. Let's see if we can see her on itching cam yet. Oh, not quite. Well then, shipmates, I shall be signing off. Till next time, shipmates.